Good afternoon and welcome to NASA's Kennedy Space Center here in Florida. I'm Megan Cruz with NASA Communications, and I'll be leading today's pre-launch news conference for SpaceX's 22nd cargo resupply mission for NASA. Dragon will deliver more than 7,300 pounds of research, supplies, and vehicle hardware to the International Space Station, including the first two of 6 new rollout solar arrays that, once delivered to the station, will help give it a power boost. To tell you more about that and why this mission is significant, we have a panel of experts for you. To my left here is Joe Montalbano, manager of NASA's International Space Station program. Next to him, Jennifer Buckley, deputy chief scientist, also of NASA's International Space Station program. Then we have Sarah Walker, director of SpaceX's Dragon Mission Management. And then we have Mark Berger, launch weather officer with Cape Canaveral's Space Force Station's 45th Weather Squadron. We will take your questions after opening remarks, so why don't we get that started with you, Joel?
Well, thank you, and welcome again to today's pre-launch press brief. It's already been a busy day on board the International Space Station. Our 2 Russian cosmonauts completed a 7+ hour spacewalk earlier today successfully, and we're excited and congratulate Roscosmos for that. After the launch of this mission, we have a busy June. We have EVAs scheduled on June 16th and June 20th to support the deployment of the 2 new solar arrays. And towards the end of the month, we'll have the Northrop Grumman 15 mission, unberth and depart space station. They will have been on board about 125 days. We also have a Progress launch and docking scheduled for late June. Looking forward to this mission. We've done a number of reviews to make sure the team's ready to go. As stated earlier, we're planning to bring up and deliver approximately 4,300 pounds of pressurized cargo to the International Space Station. Pressurized cargo that supports the Science and Utilization Program, the Technology Development Program, as well as the commercial low Earth orbit activities that we do on board the International Space Station. In the trunk, we have 3,000 pounds, our 2 new solar arrays. And as said earlier, we're going to replace 6 of the 8 solar arrays on board the International Space Station, again with the EVAs on June 16th and June 20th. Shane and Thomas will be performing those EVAs, so we're excited to get those out there. These new solar arrays will put us at a power generation equal to when we first flew arrays on board the International Space Station. So we're excited. These new arrays are, it's a rollout technology, so they come up in rolled up, think of like a Tootsie Roll, and they expand and then deploy. They expand to about 60 feet in length. And again, we're looking forward to have these, and they'll be set up right next to the current arrays. So the current arrays stay on board, and these new arrays will be offset about 10 degrees from the older arrays. Looking forward for this mission specifically, we have a launch time of 1:29 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday. That sets us up for a docking early Saturday morning, about 5 a.m. Eastern Time. And that'll put us on the Node 2 Zenith port, so the port on the docking port that's on top of Space Station. And then this mission will return in early July with approximately 4,200 pounds of pressurized cargo. Let's see, looking forward in July, another busy month in July. And so in addition to this month, the Russians are launching a new module called the Multipurpose Laboratory Module, or MLM, to the International Space Station. That's scheduled to launch on July 15th with the docking on July 23rd. We'll also have a port relocation where we put the crew members in the Crew 2 Dragon, and we'll move the vehicle from the Node 2 forward port to the Node 2 Zenith port. And what that does is that opens up the forward port for the Boeing unmanned test mission scheduled for July 30th. So we're excited for that mission as well. Fast forward into August, you have a Northrop Grumman 16 mission, another SpaceX mission. So again, we continue to be extremely busy on board the International Space Station. You know, NASA's partnership with the commercial industry is changing the way we look at low Earth orbit. Because of what we've done with industry, we've been able to bring more people to the International Space Station. We've been able to bring more science to the International Space Station. And what we've done is we've been able to develop a low Earth orbit commercialization market. Now, we still have work to go, but it's been tremendous to have SpaceX on board with us, as well as all the industry helping us across the globe to what we can do to develop low Earth orbit commercialization. So with that, in closing, just a huge thanks to everyone who had prepared this mission. Everybody's ready to go. A huge thanks to our SpaceX colleagues and everyone across the globe. Just outstanding. We're going to deliver more science. We're going to deliver more technology development hardware that we'll use for the lunar program. We're going to help, like I said, continue low Earth orbit commercialization. And cool thing, we're bringing 2 new solar arrays to the International Space Station. So with that, back to you, Megan.
Joel, thank you so much. All right, Jennifer.
Hi, good afternoon. It's my pleasure to share the science flying aboard our SpaceX launch tomorrow. Tomorrow, it was mentioned we're going to be launching around 7,300 pounds of cargo. 2,000 of that is going to be science in the pressurized capsule. That includes our